Great Scott! We have to go back to the 90s. Hey JDM fans and JDM EXPO followers, I'm John from JDM EXPO, and today we have here 1993 AZ-1. It's a K car from Mazda, and as you can see here, if you're having trouble finding a DeLorean, this is not a bad option. It has a really small 3-cylinder engine. Just 3, not even 4. But it is turbo. That is the lifesaver of this car. It has about 100,000 kilometers, so a little over 60,000 miles. We get these from time to time. Actually, quite a bit of plastic on it. Things really light. K cars in Japan in general are a bit smaller. They're taxed less, very fuel efficient. You know, they have 3- and 4-cylinder engines, usually less than 660 cc. But a lot of them are turbo. So we have these 13-inch work wheels, some fresh tires on there. These are 13s, guys. I don't know if you really want to go much bigger with how small this car is. Let's take it for a spin, and I'll tell you more about it. So welcome to my office for the time being. And just so you know a little bit more about the engine, like I was mentioning, it was under the K-car regulations, meaning so it's under 660 cubic centimeters. To be exact, 657. And I don't know if you can actually hear this. You can actually hear the turbo spooling up a little bit. So check this out. In case you're wondering, it's only 60 horsepower, roughly, but it does redline at 9,000 RPM, or near 9,000. Don't go over 9,000, if anything. Its power level's not that high. So it's manufactured by Mazda, but it's sold under the Autozam name. The engine is sourced from Suzuki, so that's why it's a 657. It's in a number of other vehicles. And if anything, I would probably recommend maybe a suspension upgrade. It's a little bit soft, but still very comfortable. And if you're a go-kart enthusiast, but you want something a little bit more street legal, this will probably be fantastic. And to be honest, this is actually a little bit smaller for a K car, because you can get K trucks and other K cars that are actually a bit more roomy. During the initial release of this car, it was underselling due to the fact that it was kind of smaller. But they did have some limited editions. Unfortunately, this isn't one of those limited editions, but they do have some limited editions. In case you're looking for one of those, make sure to inquire, and we can see if we can source one of those too. This is a lot of fun. Just hear that. Man, wow, that's sun. Has a curb weight of just under 1,600 pounds, about 700 some odd kilograms. Whenever you think of that power to weight ratio, I mean, this has it. So for being around 60 to 70 horsepower with that turbo, you do have a pretty wide RPM band. So if you're heading up into the mountains, or if you're just cruising around, a little spirited driving, it is a lot of fun. And with a 5-speed, now even though my knees are bent, it's a little bit cramped, it still feels really nice. I don't know if you can hear that spooling up. There really aren't any blind spots. Also, you are smaller, you are lower, so it's easy to kind of look around, and I don't have the little covers on there. They're actually right here on the floor. You can just throw those behind you on the seat and it's no problem. Yeah, actually, if you guys would like to see me take one of these up to Ebisu Circuit, hit the toge, leave a comment below. Actually, we'll try to get management in on this, and maybe we'll hit some subscriber goals and head out to the track. Not with this one though, but probably one of the other ones. But check this out. So this is what makes it very interesting. with a turbo. Like, what the heck? Like I said, that power to weight ratio. Yeah. Oh man, this one's definitely a good time. So if you happen to have a Mr. Fusion and a flux capacitor and you're having trouble finding a DeLorean, this will definitely get up to 88 miles per hour. Yeah, the speedometer goes up to 140, so just enough. I mean, it's got plenty of power and go. Yeah, this one in particular does have a nice OEM style clutch. It has a little bit of give, very smooth engagement. The transmission, obviously, you can see it was working really nicely. Yeah, that mid-engine layout though, for those of you guys that know, it's a lot of fun. When you get into the cornering, you feel a bit more response and control. So let's head back to the garage and I'll tell you a little bit more about this AZ-1. Just wait for this to turn green. Come on, let's go, guys. Woo! Yeah. So the AZ-1, being a K car, obviously doesn't have a lot of room. But you do have a two-seater with a little bit of space in the back. The spare tire is actually right behind the driver. And unique to the AZ-1 is the gull-wing style doors. The hydraulics on this one are still good. Still kind of good. A little bit unusual. You actually have the lock on both sides there and just pull it open. It's actually a bit of a metal frame there, but it actually has plastic on it, amazingly. So having a mid-engine vehicle, a lot of you guys already know about the MR2 and the NSX, and of course a lot of exotics, and this one. So a mid-engine vehicle with just basically slightly in front of the axle is this 3-cylinder turbo engine. Right. Of course, as you can see here, there's a bit of room back here for the exhaust and everything. But yeah, surprisingly, as small as it is, there's still plenty of room. Now, if you're a little bit taller, you might have some trouble. I'm only 5'9", so it's not too bad for me. If you've got long legs, well, there we go. Even for me, I gotta bend my knees to actually drive around in this. But amazingly, I don't hit my head off the roof. And it actually has some felt covers which I took off for the shoot, but you can see, you can actually see through there. So during the summertime, it's not too much heat going on there. And one other thing about the windows, this little thing right here, you can also adjust your own mirror. It's a little bit harder to get to the other side, but hey, you actually don't have very many blind spots. It's pretty easy to see it all around, plus you get your rear view mirror. Even though you got a good bit of your wing in there. A little bit of trouble getting out there. If you're a little bit shorter, it's a lot easier to manage. The good thing is the performance definitely delivers on these, and it's a shame that it wasn't sold in the States before, but this is gaining some popularity. Even a couple of magazines have featured this, and we've had quite a few orders from here over the past year. But since the engine's in the back, you're probably wondering what the heck should be in the front. Well, up in front, we have the usual fluids. You have your brake fluid, washer fluid, your headlights. You have your jack. It's actually very light, to be honest. This is very light because it's plastic. If you guys are interested in one of these, I'm not sure how long this one's gonna last. The others that we've had have just like come and gone through our inventory so quick. I love those doors, pretty cool. If you're interested in one of these, definitely check out our website, JDM-EXPO.com, and send us an email if you're interested. Send an inquiry or give us a call during normal business hours. Check with your time zone in accordance with Japanese time zone, because especially you guys in the States, there's like over 12-hour difference. We'll see if we can get you one of these. If this is gone by the time we post this video, definitely we can try to source you another one. These are a little bit rare. They are available from time to time, so we can try to source that for you. If you're interested in any other JDM lifestyle videos where we take these cars on the road to different locations across Japan, leave us a comment down below. We'll try to see if we can head out and take some cool photos and tell you a little bit more about, well, Japan in general, and tell you a little bit more about these cars and a little bit of history as well. As always, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe and hit that bell. You'll get notifications of these videos when we get new inventory posted right away. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Wow. So yeah, we got the RX-7, and we got this AZ-1 right here. Woo! Mazda.